You are having a great Friday. We are getting ready for snow here in Tennessee, so it's the rush to the grocery store today. So you guys know how that goes if you live in the South. But listen, thanks for joining me for this live. Wow, I put the video out yesterday asking for questions, and I got questions about the mastermind, about the program, about all kinds of things, including where did my books go that were behind me in the previous videos. So we're going to, listen, I'm going to jump into all that with you. If you have comments, drop those here in the live. Happy to answer those as well. But, we'll have a conversation here, but grateful for you joining me. Grateful if you're going to watch this on replay to please do. Probably get some of those questions answered. Okay, let's dive in. The first question I got about first of all, let me back up. I'm going to do this live about the monthly coaching program that we're launching next week. As you saw in my video yesterday, I could literally do a happy dance right now. I'm so excited to launch this program. So excited just to really partner with you on your journey, your career journey. So the Create the Conversation monthly mastermind is next week. That is why I'm doing the live today, to talk about what the mastermind is, answer the questions I've gotten about it, but also answer any additional questions for those of you who are watching right now, and really just give you a little bit of a feel and flavor for what we're going to get into. It's going to be awesome, going to be tons of value. And one question I have gotten off the top that I'll just go ahead and get out of the way is, are these going to be pre-recorded? The answer is, one, I'm doing the coaching calls live each week. So Monday is going to be a coaching call. Thursday is going to be live Q&A, open Q&A, ask anything you want. We will record those calls because part of the value that I want to offer is if you miss a call, work obligations, family, or whatever, there will be access to an archive of all of the calls and all of the content that we discuss, so you can always go back and watch it later if you miss a call or you want to just watch it again, you missed something that we were discussing. There will be an archive of content for you to go back to, which is, again, part of the value I want to offer. Is this is not one and done. This is truly meant to be a partnership on your journey, and all this content is going to be available to you if you join the monthly mastermind program. So let me just get that out of the way. This is a live coaching program, 12-month program. So that takes care of that. Now, for the question, and I got my questions here on my iPad. For the question I got about what happened to the books, you made me laugh. That's awesome that you noticed the books are gone in the videos. They are gone because I'm a crazy person and I moved 4 times in 2021. And I still have one more move to go next month, so that's going to be 5 times in almost a year. So the books are gone for now. They will be back in 2 weeks. So I'm actually having a home studio built behind me here. In the new house, the bookshelves will return. All the books that you guys love commenting about and seeing will return. And there'll be a whole new home studio that I'm setting up here that I will happily walk you through so that you can see sort of what the behind the scenes looks like. So I know the person who asked that question. Thank you for that question. We actually had a dialogue back and forth on Instagram yesterday about that. It was hilarious. But that's where the books went. All right. Another question that I've gotten in the comments the last couple of days and even yesterday was, what does create the conversation mean? Which is an excellent question. So create the conversation really is talking about how you are talking about yourself at work, how you find your voice. One of the things I've learned from my 20-plus year career in legal field and politics and in business, no one taught me how to advocate for myself. I could see roles I wanted. I could see I wanted to move up. No one tells you how to do that. How do you progress in your career? How do you grow? What does growth look like? So create the conversation simply means I coach and teach and help you learn how to create the conversation about yourself, what you bring to the table, and what you bring to the table that separates you from everybody else, because that's where your value proposition is. That is what sets you apart. That is where the promotions, the raises, the career growth comes from, is you got to answer the question, why you? And so we really dig into create the conversation about what you bring to the table. And remember that quote by Shirley Chisholm, if they don't give you a seat at the table, bring a folding chair. That is what this is based off of. Then I really want to help you learn how to pull up that chair to that table and know your value and know how to create the conversation about the value you bring. Those are the lessons I learned over 20 plus years that I'm now coaching and teaching, and my clients are getting phenomenal results, but I want to help you do the same thing. So that's what create the conversation means and why I call it that. Now, some people have said, hey, where did your chair leadership program go? The chair leadership program lives within the create the conversation, right? So that's the goal. We're trying to create the conversation. The chair leadership is the 5 steps you take to create that conversation. So you'll recall the quote from Shirley Chisholm. So I took the word chair, created 5 strategies, one for each of the letters of the word chair. And those are the 5 strategies I teach you in this program. It's not 10, it's not 15, it's not 20. Like, this is a step-by-step, 5-step program. It's very doable. It's a roadmap. If you follow it, it's going to work every single time. So 5 steps, and those are the 5 steps I'm going to be teaching and really going through with you in depth in the monthly Mastermind coaching program. So that's why you got to sign up. So much amazing value that I'm going to be offering, I'm going to be teaching, and it just works. It totally works. All right, another question. How does it work? So I got into that a minute ago. This is a year-long program. We call it monthly because it is on a monthly basis, but the calls happen weekly, live calls every Monday, coaching call, live Q&A call, so you get any question you want answered on Thursdays. And then, of course, I'm available anytime to help, whether that's by Facebook Messenger. We'll set up a mechanism, and also have a private Facebook group where we'll have a lot of active dialogue and coaching going on in between the calls. So there's plenty of opportunity to really dig into your story. What are you seeing? What are you facing? What do you want to get out of this program? That is the very first question I ask everybody who wants to work with me. What do you want to get out of this program? Because if this is not for you, then you don't need to be in it. Like, that is the first question I ask everyone. What do you want to get out of this program? What is your goal? And I need you to articulate that, because that's what this is all about. This is not a one-size-fits-all program. This is tailored to you, your career journey, your growth, and where you want to go. And guess what? You're different from everybody else. So your journey is going to be a different journey than the next person. And that's why I really want to make this a very tailored experience to you and to your career. So that is the how does it work? Who is the best fit is another question. And I'm actually seeing a question come in now. Who is the best fit? Look, career growth meets you where you are. Are you just starting in a job? Okay. Have you been in your role for a while and now you're feeling like you're feeling stuck? You're not having the impact you want. You may be a little frustrated. I had a client call this morning of somebody who was absolutely frustrated that, sort of where she was in her role. Who is the best fit here is if you are a career professional looking for growth. You want to excel, you want to move up, if it's the corporate ladder, or maybe you just want to have impact where you are. This is the program that is for you. It is to meet you where you are and help you on that growth journey. That's why I say it's going to change the trajectory of your career, because if you follow the 5 steps I just laid out, it's going to skyrocket. It happened for me in every role I've had, and same will apply to you. So that is who is the best fit is professionals, individuals. Yes, I am coaching some teams now, but this is really for individuals who really want to just accelerate in their career and see that career growth, but you don't know how to get there. That's why the 5-step roadmap is so important, right? So we can all sit here and spin our wheels, but at the end of the day, it's like, Cicely, give me the steps to get there. And that is exactly what my goal is. And then to celebrate once you get there, because if you put the steps in place, it's going to work out for you. I 100% guarantee it. All right. What topics will be covered was another question I received. Okay, I don't want to give away the secret sauce. Don't want to give away too much of it, right? But, we're going to cover the 5 steps and the chair model, right? How to create that conversation. But look, there are so many topics that come under that. So for example, as I'm coaching individual clients, I get questions. How do I manage my team? How do I deal with a passive aggressive peer? How do I deal with somebody who's condescending to me? How do I manage up? What do I say to my new boss? What if I'm in a new role? There are so many layers of how your professional journey plays out every day. That's why we're having a live Q&A on Thursdays, because we really want to dig into that. But I'm also going to dig into some of that as part of the coaching as well. What language cues should you be using as you're dealing with some of your peers and colleagues? What language cues should you be using as you describe your growth and your career and your value? So we're going to go really deep into, this is not just the 5 steps, but it's all the layers that you encounter every day that we also want to address as well. All those situations you face every day at work, we got to get into that, because otherwise the 5 steps have to, again, meet you where you are, and we have to dig into where you are in your career journey. And so some of the topics are going to include everything across the board, from how you enter a job to how you lead to your growth in between. And again, some of the other topics I just mentioned about language cues, dealing with colleagues, team management, boss management, all kinds of fun things. And look, these are tried and true lessons, right? So I really want to make sure that not only am I conveying the information, but I want you to answer questions as well. All right, the last question I got, let me see if there are any more coming in on the side here. I'm learning how to use Ecamm, which is the live video software here for Mac. So just want to make sure I'm not missing any questions here on the side. All right, how do we sign up is a question I also got. How do I sign up? You can go to my website, CicelySimpson.com. There on the top banner, it says, Create the Conversation Monthly Mastermind, Learn More. Click the Learn More, and it takes you directly to the program page and tells you all about it. We also, once you sign up, you will get access to the private Facebook group, so that we can really get into the dialogue and the questions and all the stuff in there. But you're also going to get reminders. So we have it set up. Every Monday, you get a reminder about the Monday coaching. Every Thursday, you get a reminder about the Thursday coaching. So we really want to walk with you through this process, so you know when the coaching calls are going to be. You'll get those reminder emails, but also if you miss a call, you'll know where to go find the archived information and the call that you just missed. So we provide all of that information for you once you sign up. It's hey, here's a Facebook group. Here are when the coaching calls are happening. Here are all the assets we're providing and all the value we're providing to you. So that's how you sign up. It's on my website. It says login registration. Once you go to that Learn More button and you see the program page, you just click login and registration, and boom, the magic happens. Okay, I got a couple more questions here. Let me just answer one, though, for the sake of time. I want to make sure that I don't look over this one that came in. And it really was more about not only the program itself, the monthly mastermind, but it was also really just about the theory, right? Sort of tell us more, about your experience and, why you're doing this monthly mind. So as I said, I have 20 years plus in the legal field, right? I started out in my career as a prosecutor, going to be a lawyer. The good Lord had plans for me to go other ways, so I ended up in Washington working in Congress for 2 Tennessee congressmen who I adore and love and am grateful, who also taught me a lot of lessons that I'm going to teach. And then I left Congress and went into corporate America and worked there for 7.5 years before going to work representing the entire restaurant industry and really leading the industry, being the chief spokesperson, chief strategist for the industry. So my career trajectory, I'll get into a little bit of that as we get into the program, the lessons I've learned from some of those. Look, in my book that's coming out, Pull Up Your Chair, 5 Strategies That Will Change the Trajectory of Your Career. I also go through these 5 steps, but I really get into a lot of the stories of my career that taught me these lessons. I'm also going to get into those stories with you as illustrations of these lessons as well. So yes, I am going to bring in my own experience, my career journey, setbacks, victories, all of it, right? We're just going to really be transparent and making sure that we're having a very honest dialogue that's going to get you to where you want to go. All right, I see folks are watching. I don't see any more questions or comments that have come in, so let me do this. Thank you for your time. I recognize I have talked for a few minutes here, but I am just so dang excited about this program. I really hope that you'll consider signing up after you watch this video. Really decide, this is about you, and you've seen my posts last couple of days. 2022 is about you. If you're starting this year the way you started every other year, then you're not going to get a different result. I want to help you make 2022 your best year yet. Period. Start that career growth, start that journey. Let's get you where you want to go, but let's do it together so that you're not on this journey wondering, what do I do and when do I do it? We're actually walking this together, and I'm guiding you every step of the way. So join me, sign up for this monthly Mastermind program. If you have questions, hit me up. Facebook Messenger, you can hit me on LinkedIn message. You can send me a DM on Instagram. Whatever works for you, and I'm happy to continue to answer more questions. Happy Friday. If you're in the wake of the storm and the snow that's coming, go get your grocery shopping done. That's what I'm going to do. Have a good Friday, everybody. Thanks.